All right, in this video, we'll review the Virgin Wick Theory trades over the last day, Friday, January 22nd? No, 23rd. Whoops. Yeah, personally, I had one win, two break-evens, so +2 are on the day. But there were also some other A+ bangers that I missed, but I'll go over why. And then some less than ideal trades that were skipped and why. Here's a super quick overview of what we're trading. So we're waiting for Virgin Wicks or untouched wicks to be closed through. Then you drop down to the 1 minute time frame, wait for price to tap into a higher time frame FVG, followed by either a SysD, change in state of delivery entry, or a IFVG entry. Super simple. All right. Let's start with this very frustrating trade. This is probably the world record for the longest Virgin Wick Theory trade ever. So, all right, let me clean this up. Okay, so here we are at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. candle closes, so this one right here, strongly through this Virgin Wick, creating our bullish POI, as you can see by the green line. That's your bullish POI. POI gets engaged immediately. We also engage a extended POI from the hour before that had not been touched yet. See there? There is your other POI. So both POIs get engaged. Now we also tapped into a bunch of fair value gaps, as you saw. So now we're just waiting for an entry model. So this was a CSD entry model. So here's the liquidity sweep. And this is the leg down that took liquidity. And so you want to look for the lowest closing candle. In this case, it is consecutive with another candle. And you want to look for the opening price of that candle. So there is your CSD level. And then, so I took this one, I put my entry here at the CSD level, put my stop at that swing low, targeting 2R, which is just short of that drawn liquidity. Yeah, so I entered this one, got tagged in, and I'm just going to fast forward it because this took like 4 or 5 hours, I think. It got close once, close a second time, and then almost stopped me out, and then it got really close another time. There, bang. Yeah, so what I did was I actually closed it out around break even. Yeah, so around here, so 1 a.m., I saw that new bullish POIs were being created, so that there was probably going to be another setup. So I just closed it at break even, so 0R on that trade. Looking back, there is a bearish POI created here. So if I followed my processes correctly, I actually should have closed it here because this POI would no longer be this original. Oh, it's gone now, but this POI should no longer be valid because we generated a bearish POI, changing our buys. So I could have closed it out here for a small win, but that's fine. I'll get out at break even after like 5 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours. Anyways, then we move on to 1 a.m. on gold still. We had this nice drop down into these bullish points of interest, followed by an IFVG, and we tapped into higher time frame fair value gaps. So this is a A+ setup again. So I did take this one, entered around here on that FVG, IFVG, stop around there because target is here, so we can have a bit of breathing room on both sides. Pretty even breathing room on both sides and targeting 2R. But this one just chopped around for a very long time again. So it kind of just got chopped around a lot. And then yeah, so then we got to the end of the hour at 2 a.m. and I saw that we were going to create a bearish point of interest. So I just got out around break even. So that was my second trade of the day, second break even trade of the day. And then after that, I was like pretty done with all the chops. So I didn't even look at this next setup. But in the very next hour at 2 a.m., we do have this bearish point of interest to play off. But yeah, I did not take this, but it does end up being an A+ win because PY gets engaged. We tap into M15 fair value gap, followed by an IFVG to the downside. So you can enter there, targeting these lows down here, stop just at these highs. You can even have a bit of breathing room on both sides. And it does end up running through TP. Yeah, so that could have been a win, but for me, after these last two pretty frustrating break-even choppy trades, I just logged off and didn't even look at this. I was pretty much done for the day, but we'll review what other trades there were as well. And then we'll go over to NQ where I had a win. So 3 a.m., there's this bearish point of interest and we do get a very nice delivery after engaging it. But yeah, no clear target for me, so I wouldn't take that one. But just showing the power of these bearish points of interest. There is also this 6 a.m. trade created from this 5 p.m. candle closure over this Virgin Wick, creating this bullish point of interest. But it's outside of my hours. It's after London kill zone, so I don't like it. But just showing how powerful these POIs are, and you do get a IFVG, a very small one here, if you can see that. But there is no higher time frame fair value gap, so I wouldn't take this one, even if it was in my trading zone. I would call this like a A-, B+ trade, but it does end up running, and you do get a nice trade out of it. But yeah, I didn't take it. And then lastly on gold, just a 8 a.m. trade I wanted to review. So New York AM. Okay, 7 a.m. candle closes quite strongly through these Virgin Wicks, creating these bullish points of interest. Let's see if PYs get engaged. Bang, PYs have been engaged. We tap into these 5-minute and 15-minute fair value gaps. And now we're just looking for an entry model. There is your IFVG confirmed. So you can enter there, put your stop near the swing high, near the swing low, and then targeting that swing high, but to max, of course, with a bit of breathing room on both sides. And this does end up running. But yeah, this is Friday night for me because I live in Asia. So I was out and I was already off the charts after those choppy trades. So I didn't take this, but hopefully some of you guys caught this because this is super nice. This is like A+. It's got everything you want. I think that was it for gold. And then I'll just go over NQ. Okay, yeah, this one. This was the win that I had. And I took this while I was at the gym, actually, because I had an alert fire off, looked at the charts, quickly set my order. So it's useful to have indicators and alerts because it can help you trade even when you're on the go. So 10 p.m. candle, this giant Chad one closes through this Virgin Wick and this Virgin Wick, creating your points of interest. Now, let's see. We have a bunch of high time frame fair value gaps to be tapped into. PY gets engaged. Nothing there yet. Bang, there is your IFVG. You could enter there, put your stop just below the IFVG or entry candle, because we are targeting these highs, so we can't be too lenient with the stop loss. But something like that. Going for 2R. Oh no, that was right. Yeah. So my TP got hit on this wick. So I think I had something like that. But yeah, annoyingly, even though this was my win for the day, when I got filled down here into the trade, only like 1/3 of the contracts actually got filled and the rest got left unfilled and it just ran. So I didn't actually make that much profits from this trade, but I still consider it a win in terms of process and the model playing out. So I'm still happy with it. And then lastly, there was a 9 a.m. trade. Where am I? All right, so 8 a.m. candle closes through this virgin wick and this, no, just that one. So there's your bearish point of interest. So from 9 a.m., let's see if the model plays out. PY gets engaged. Would like to see a tap into these fair value gaps. Looks like we do tap into them. We tap into even more, into a 1 hour gap. And we do get an IFVG. So that is all the criteria met for an entry. But the reason I don't like this is because you would enter there and your stop has to go all the way there at the start of the entry candle. And you only have this target to go for. So it's a 0.86R. So yeah, no chance I would take this. It's just unfavorable. And I believe it ends up being a loss anyway, yeah. And those were the trades for the day. And then I just wanted to end this video with some frequently asked questions I get in the comments. And I don't have time to reply to all of them. People asking how I get the fair value gaps on the screen. So with the IFVG Pro Toolkit indicator, I use the 15, 1 hour, and 5. And then I use this FVG by Nephew Sam to get the 4 hour, but you can even add more here if you want. They're always linked in the description. And a lot of people asking about this IFVG indicator as well. It's in the description. You click on the link and then you add it to your favorites, and then you go in TradingView, refresh, and then you look in your favorites and it's there. That's all I can do to help you get the indicator. Did I remove the 51-minute time limit on trades? Yes, I will take trades after 51 minutes if the POI is yet to be used and it does not look like we are creating any conflicting POIs in the next hour. But as you saw in today's video, if we are going to create a bearish point of interest, for example, then I will no longer consider any long entries. Does price have to breach the higher time frame fair value gap, or is it fine to just wick it? Either is fine. As long as price engages with it and then reacts off it, I would consider that. People asking about IFVG settings. I have a video. It's called "This IFVG Setting Boosted My Win Rate" or something like that. And yes, my Trading Bible will be updated over the weekend with extra details around how I use change in state of delivery. But that's all for today. See you next time.